we have more from Executive Director of Denver Audubon Society, Carl Brumert, and Conservation Coordinator, Susie Hiskey. Carl, Susie, thank you both so much for joining me in my winter wonderland. I figured that since we're talking outside, we'd hit all the seasons, summer, winter, we get everywhere. So thank you guys so much. Carl, I want to start with you. What exactly does the Denver Audubon Society do?
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you for having us. Denver Audubon focuses on education. We do education programs for all ages, for school groups, to adults, to teens. We have programs for experts. We even have a photography workshop that we do. So it's a variety of educational programs with a focus on birds and conservation.
So great, especially for Colorado here. So how have things changed for you guys during this pandemic?
Well, since March, we've been focusing more on virtual programs. We're still offering some of our programs, but we're doing a lot of them virtually for now. And then we might try to start offering maybe some in-person field trips just to get a feel for it, maybe for 5 people or so, and making sure we're following all the guidelines.
Definitely. Okay, so altering, which is so great. Now, Carl, you talk about how we really don't have to go far to see certain species. What kind of birds can we see here in Colorado?
Well, that's the beauty of birds, is that they are everywhere. And even in your own backyard, you can see a variety of different birds. I mean, right now we're hearing chickadees and house finches and house wrens. And there was a blue jay calling before, making a lot of noise. Luckily, he quieted down. But there's a lot of different birds you can see in your backyard. And, and just putting out food and doing different things will attract them to your yard. And you can go to the local parks, too, and see birds.
Yeah, we love it. It's like they're cheering you guys on in the background. It's so fantastic. So Susie, I want to get to you too. Let's go ahead and talk about your backyard environment, excuse me. What makes it bird friendly?
This backyard is so bird friendly because it has all the habitat needs of a bird. It's got a variety of canopies from trees to bushes to low plants. It provides food with plants that contain berries, seeds, insects. We have water sources, and we also have nesting spaces in terms of bird houses, platforms, trees. I also do provide some bird feeders, and that is something that people should be cautious about. If you live in an area that includes bears, you don't want to have those out during the summer months when bears are active, because you don't want to attract them to your home. It's okay to have them out during the winter when bears are hibernating, or to have them if you are living in a place that does not have bears in the neighborhood.
Okay, yeah, definitely a great reminder. We've all seen those videos of bears getting into bird seeds and bird feeders. Now, Susie, tell us a little bit too about how the Denver Audubon Society helps people learn about birding and get started in the first place.
We have a lot of different ways that you can learn about birds. We have on the Denver Audubon YouTube channel and Facebook page, we have a series of garden birds videos that introduce you to a couple of common backyard bird species and how to help them. We have a beginning birding class that we are looking at taking virtually this fall. And we have a variety of bird walks throughout the city of Denver that are on hold right now, but once the pandemic normalizes and starts decreasing, we will start those back up again.
Wow, so many ways that we can get involved. That's so great. Now, what are a couple of things that we can do on a daily basis to make sure that we're doing our part for conservation, especially with birds?
There are so many things that you can do to help birds. The most immediate, the quickest thing that you can do in your yard is to reduce or eliminate the use of pesticides. Most birds switch their diets to an insect-based diet in this time of year, and 96% of our birds feed their young insects, caterpillars, moths, flies, grasshoppers, all of those kinds of things. So if we can reduce the pesticide use, we have to remember that that does not only takes care of the bad bugs, but it also affects the beneficial and benign bugs as well that are birds need to survive. We also can look at ways of making our windows safe. You can look that up online. There's a variety of window treatments that you can use to make sure that birds aren't flying into your windows. And you can also choose native plants for your yards, especially if you live in bear country. Native plants are going to provide the seeds, the berries, the insects that the birds need to survive. So look at planting those native plants in your yard.
Great ways to help the birds and then also bring them to our neighborhood too. Now, to wrap it all up here, Carl, tell us where we can learn more and where we can get started.
Sure. Well, you can go to our website at www.denveraudubon.org. It's a great place to see, and it's a brand new website, so you should check out all the different programs that we have. Some other programs we have coming up, we do have a conservation program coming up on September 1st, and so we're going to slowly, as I said before, we're going to slowly add some things along the way, either virtually or in person as well. And then, as I mentioned before, we have a raptor photo workshop too for people who want to learn how to do photography. So check out our website.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing what you guys have coming up too. That's so fantastic. Thank you both so much for joining us this morning on Coco. And like you say, happy birding.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Thank you so much. Happy birding.
Get into birding and wildlife conservation with guidance and exceptional learning experiences. Log on and learn more at denveraudubon.org. They're also on Facebook, and videos are shared on the Denver Audubon YouTube page.